Qantas is in the news, not just because they made a multi-billion-dollar profit, but because there's information emerging that they asked the government to protect them against granting more flights to Qatar Airlines. Now, my initial impression to this was one of anger, like many people. Qantas did the wrong thing by many people during the pandemic that had their flights terminated because of the pandemic. A lot of the credits, there's some really bad stories out there about how they've not done the right thing by people. Then you've got the CEO banking tens of millions of dollars in bonuses, potentially, over $100 million in total remuneration. It's just got a bad smell to it. And my initial impression was one of anger, because I, like most people, want to be able to travel overseas and have as much competition as possible. If Qatar wants to come in, why shouldn't they? It means cheaper airfares for me when I want to travel. For many other people, competition is good. It drives down pricing. But then I had a different view on it. I had a bit more of a think about it, and I can kind of see the argument here. I can see the reasons why the government had to step in and listen to Qantas. If you allow foreign airlines to come into the market, they'll basically compete Qantas away. The overseas Arab airlines have unlimited amounts of money. They've got a strategy to bring people into their countries that people would otherwise not really be drawn to through that transit route. And they have that energy advantage. They're able to acquire energy much cheaper than Qantas. And so eventually what will happen, if you just have a free-for-all, you'll basically have Qantas eroded away. And then when Australia's national airlines, when you don't have a national airline that is profitable, that's functional, that's flying in the country, it makes you very, very vulnerable. If you have foreign airlines controlling your skies, that basically means that when they drive out the competition, they can dominate prices and they can do whatever they want. They can run a racket. So I can kind of see both sides of the coin here. And I think it's important for the government to get the balance right. We want a competitive market. We want to make sure that Qantas survives and thrives, but that doesn't mean that we get gouged. Qantas, I think, needs to clean up its act, needs to do the right thing by its customers in order to earn the respect and the ear of the government. And most people will understand that we don't want them to go away, but we don't want to be ripped off either.